Especially fresh rosemary, like you stick it on somebody's tree.
So I ain't had them chickens yesterday when you fucked up. I had these.
No, they was good. They was tender. They just they wasn't seasoned good.
You talking about yesterday?
Oh, I talking about that
lamb. He yesterday. He fucked them bitches up.
What, he burned them?
No, he just grilled them. You know he take the grill can.
He got diabetes eating them bitches.
Man, here we go.
I love it. He put them on the.
But we on boom. Here we go. We on boom. Yeah. How y'all doing? It's episode 3, Chicken and Watermelon Podcast. I'm your host, Skip.
I'm Sheem the Dream.
I'm Ryan. Cousin. Oh, yeah.
We don't know who he is today. We don't know who he is. He don't know who he is. That's how he don't know who he is.
Oh, yeah, we saw you.
He don't know. Ain't no bloopers. We on run.
I'm cousin.
There you go. We cousin. And we gonna keep it poppin' like we normally keep it poppin', man. Get y'all the fresh topics. We got a couple of topics nigga mailed in, text in, nigga mailed in business with a stamp. And say, please talk about this, please. So we gonna put that up for my homie. Shout out how good looking out. We thank y'all for the love. Y'all keep subscribing to the page. Y'all stay on board. Y'all know we're Highly Grown Nerd TV. And we gonna keep it on pop, man. Our first topic of the day gonna be like, we gonna tackle Trump to get out the way from my cousin, because I know he don't really be, but we gonna start with Trump today. How you feeling about Trump today?
About Trump today, a lot of things ain't changed with Donald Trump. He's a serial narcissist with malignant, fucking
what?
Megalomaniac, malignant, megalomaniac tendencies. He is a fucking.
Say that 3 times fast.
Malignant megalomaniac tendencies. Malignant megalomaniac.
Oh, I was that bullshit, man.
That fast.
That's as fast as it's gonna get.
But Trump did.
Tell him. With that bitch.
But this is what Trump did that was so fucking phony. The Democrats was asking for the 2 G's from the jump way back in
when he bumped it up to 2,000. He bumped it up to 2,000. It was 600.
No, they were asking for the 2,000 way since May.
So he ain't do it.
They didn't want to kick in the 2,000. Him and his party. He waited till they agreed on. They negotiated with his party to 600. The Democrats been wanting to give you 2 G's
to make him look bad.
To make them look bad, they negotiated down to 600. When they passed the 600, this motherfucker step in and say they need 2 G's.
You look like a hero.
Yeah, but them people asked for the 2 G's from the jump.
But he buying votes right now, so when he comes
back. But he fucking over the Republican Party in Georgia.
He gonna run again.
No, you don't understand what he's doing. Yeah, he going to jail.
He ain't going to jail.
Oh, he going to jail. The Southern District of New York
says otherwise. Y'all act like he naked.
No, they haven't charged him for the same reason. They ain't brought up no fucking charge, sentencing on Lil Wayne yet. They waiting for this motherfucker to get out of office, and then the Southern District of New York gonna level income tax, fraud charges on him, insurance fraud. You know what he was doing? He was telling the IRS his buildings was worth $20 million, telling his insurance company they worth $5 million, and going under on his insurance premiums and his taxes what he owed the IRS.
You should have been a lawyer and convicted.
That's a felony. And what they waiting on is for him to get out the White House, because according to the Constitution, you cannot charge a sitting president with a crime unless you impeach. You can't jail him. You can charge him with a crime, you can't put him in jail.
That's all show, man. That's all show.
Oh no.
So
they waiting for him to get out the White House. He can't grant himself
diplomatic immunity while he in the White House?
That's what he's trying to do. That's what they saying is whether it's he's trying to pardon him and his family before they even charge with a crime. That's what's on the agenda right now.
Right, and they might let him do it.
And that's what might happen. The Republicans control it. That's why Georgia is so important.
You know why? After this is all over with, he get out, he gonna go make some money campaign for other Republicans.
He already made $150,000 million.
Well, how Lil Wayne tied into that?
Because Lil Wayne is facing a federal weapons charge. That's why he went to go.
I thought he pled already though.
And that's why they ain't sentenced him. Nothing ain't happening. They waiting for Donald Trump.
You know why he sold the masters and shit?
Yeah, because Donald Trump gonna try to pardon him. He got to be convicted first.
They say he sold the masters.
Well, I don't know. They say Michael Jackson bought the Beatles masters too.
He did. And gave a nigga back to him.
Who got him now?
He gave him to one of the Beatles niggas.
Paul McCartney.
Organized crime.
He gave it to him. He could have this
shit. Did he buy it or did he give it?
I don't know if he gave it to him, but McCartney bought it again. I don't know
what.
He
had to buy it from his family.
The music business is organized.
No, he bought it from another nigga that had it.
The music business is a $1 billion industry.
Oh, that bitch horrible.
It's organized crime.
I think the best thing that nigga don't understand what a contract is or what the record contract is. If you get a record deal, you're gonna take amount of money and you about to sell them from the money you took the art you about to make is theirs.
It's theirs. You about to make their money back plus they.
But the best deal you can make with any of that, tell them, listen, if you about to give me $1 million, boom, I'm about to take the art for $1 million that I'm about to make. Don't give me the million. Give me 500,000, and I'm gonna own 50% of the art.
Give me my art.
Let me own 50% of the art with you, because you about to promote it.
Exactly.
And I'm gonna get rich while you get rich too. And if it's worth $1 million, so cool. I have it worth to have $1 million. I'm gonna keep my half.
And that's the
whatever deal they come,
make.
you tell them I want half of that, and I'm gonna keep what I fucking own
How
already.
many machines gonna let them do that? Though?
If you want me, I got you.
Because most
you got leverage.
leverage.
Yeah, when you got leverage. But if you got leverage, that's the best deal you can make. Because now when they don't own 100% of your shit, you still own.
Because you don't need the label. You making you on your own. You don't
the
need
label about to blow that bitch up because they own 50% of it.
Yeah, but you don't really need the
You can't put that bitch on a movie for the soundtrack.
Exactly, yeah. But you don't need
every radio station. Yeah, you do. Because you can't put that bitch on this new movie.
No, when I say about need the label, you eating without the label. You eating. Like, you might not be where you want to be.
No, you eating with the label, you move like that.
No, what I'm saying is, you established without the label. You eating without the label. Yeah. But when you get with the label, it blows you up. So it puts you in a better position to negotiate with the label, saying, I don't need your upfront money, nigga. I'm making my own money.
No, but
let's make a deal where I own my fucking music. It's still my music.
No, the whole deal already. You already own your music and you win it.
Yeah.
But they coming to you saying, I'm going to give you this money to own your music that we want to put out.
Well, yeah, but you don't need them to own it if you're making your own money. Like, you want to work with me to make some money on this music? Kind of like on the Ray Charles, what Ray Charles did.
That's leverage.
He didn't need ABC. ABC needed him.
They were trying to stand him somewhere else.
They have leverage to do that. Without leverage, you can't
do nothing.
But to have the leverage is you have a fan base.
By build equity in your shit.
And
building your brand.
Creating your own value.
To make the game
you might have
more
to take
business,
you might have to take a fuck deal to build leverage.
Yeah, the
you
internet
fuck
gives
deal
you
to
that.
build leverage in you.
But the internet giving people that now. Well, they can own all these shit. Like, you can own all.
But who jumped on the internet and got as big as Drake from the internet way, like you saying?
Well, Drake kind of came in before the internet.
But right now, but who can go in the internet and make it that big without the major?
Nobody.
Yeah, you can't make it like that.
No, you still need the majors.
Yeah.
You still need the machine because it's part of the machine. Right. They the gatekeepers. Right. They got the keys to the kingdom. What you got to ask yourself is if you really want the kingdom.
Like, how many keys they got?
I don't want to be nobody's pawn. Like, I don't care what they can dangle for as riches. And
that's why you say you got to get your own movement moving to get your leverage up. Yeah. And once you get your own movement moving and come at you, that's when you got to know what to ask for. That.
But if I had 10 fans that bought everything I put out there, I'd be satisfied with them 10 goddamn fans.
Don't you have to?
I'd be happy. I'd hop to.
I want them to.
That's my fan. Yeah, that's how you know my leg.
I like put that bitch in that bitch like a frog. I hop to. I said,
like a frog and hop to it.
Like a frog and hop to it. I said, what the fuck?
We were babies in the music industry, but what one thing we ran on as a principle, we wasn't the only wag niggas. Now they had a bunch of wag shit.
You said the only wag niggas.
They had a bunch of wag shit out there.
So you had a wag radar meter with a wag list?
Yeah. No, not back then. We all did shows up in Tips, Friday night concert series. We ashamed of. We all.
I love that.
I ain't come through that circuit.
Yeah, I love that.
Oh, that circuit was shameful. That
was a shameful circuit.
Oh, it was some shame in that. The Wu-Tang was in that bit one night.
I saw the Wu in that bitch.
Fucking man,
MC
Thick. It was all
nigga snuck MC Thick.
Yeah.
Preston. Some of that Morero shit. You know Holly Girl don't care.
That nigga said that to the Holly Girl.
Not the Holly Girl.
It used to be popping.
Nigga snuck MC Thick. Well, let's not say that shit in Holly Girl.
I remember when P and them started, they did a show in that bitch. We was dying laughing that nigga kept saying, somebody watching me. Boy, we was in there, I never forget.
P was in that bitch?
Yeah, darling. That one in the, oh man, what's the other one nigga was saying?
That bitch.
You think you big time?
Which one?
You gonna fucking die, big time.
Off a piece?
No, that was off of No, what them dudes named with Richard Pena.
Oh, you talking about Siska Records?
No, what the name of the album they did?
You talking about with Fiend and all them?
With Fiend and all them was on that bitch, man. I came in there. He came in that bitch. You think you big time? Boy, we was dying.
Man, we're gonna keep it moving and popping. We're gonna jump into these vaccines and these vaccinations, pops. That's what's going on right now.
I'm gonna take my vaccine.
I ain't taking shit.
I ain't taking it.
Why don't you take it for my? I'm gonna be 30%.
Every nigga don't want to take their vaccine. You've already been mandatory vaccinated by the United States government. You've already been.
I didn't want that. I think that was wrong.
You already got it, dude.
I know,
they didn't kill you then.
But listen,
what makes you think they gonna kill you?
Why they gave it to you? What they told you that was for?
To save your life.
To save your life?
To keep down the spread of measles, mumps, rubella, chickenpox,
Whooping cough.
all that shit. Anything vaccinated you against.
But why?
Polio.
But why they had to get to everybody?
To keep down the spread of the disease, to build up immunity.
So when Barack Obama got in office, he had 30 million Mexicans come across the border, and they ain't got no immunization shots.
Oh, I promise you, they got their immunization shots before they interacted with anybody.
After they snuck across the border?
Nah. Oh, you talking about those that wasn't caught?
Yeah, the 30 million that stuck illegal.
Well, that's the people the system set up to catch. Like,
So what did they ain't take no immunization shots?
But see, you know what you do? You try to set a standard for the few that squeeze through the
30 million is a few?
If you said
you
said that the coronavirus only got a 2% fatality rate, right?
Right.
You know how many people that translate into?
A lot.
We talking about 30 million Mexicans come across the border right now.
And what I'm trying to say, and that's minuscule compared. 30 million Mexicans are not coming across the border illegally. That's not what's happening. If you said something like 200,000 Mexicans coming across the border,
30 million Mexicans made it across the border.
That's more realistic. 30 million people ain't crossing nowhere.
Not at one time.
30 million people
Not at one
is
time.
an exodus.
Not at one
They're
time.
not going. 30 million people is not crossing the border. It's maybe like over a year's time, 100,000.
And how many years?
200,000.
And how many years?
In a year's time. I can.
But how many years have been crossing the border?
Forever.
So how many we had then?
Forever. But
So how many we had then?
But those people are Americans. In other words, I believe that I don't believe in borders. No, I don't believe in borders. I believe that the next step for the United States is to make Mexico part of the Union. To bring Mexico into the Union and make it part of the United States.
So what, you got pesos in your pocket or something?
Pesos would be irrelevant and it would turn into the American dollar from here all the way to the Yucatan Peninsula. And that would then turn resources in Southern America towards the United States. And that would in turn...
And that would start the one world nation. What you on the Illuminati side of stuff? What is you think about? What the fuck is wrong with you? You want Canada to be the same too?
That's the only solution to world peace is for one world order.
Pesos.
What I want of that one world order is that for every nation to be a democratic republic, for every nation to be representative of the people. And if every nation can be representative of the people, why not? Why not have the United States in the whole Western Hemisphere? Why not have the United States to include Cuba, to include Mexico, to include Canada?
Cuba not going for it. Because Cuba know they be with that bullshit. You act like America's the most honest motherfuckers in the world.
What I'm trying to tell you
They are not the most trustworthy, honest motherfuckers.
What I'm trying to tell you is...
So maybe they gonna make world peace.
Louisiana, Texas is not the most trustworthy, honest motherfucker. They trying to overturn the U.S. election right now. Texas is working
trying
against...
to subside from the United States.
Exactly. So Texas, Louisiana, and every state is a nation unto itself.
Boom.
We are United States of America. Yeah. So why not bring Mexico into this union? Why not petition to bring Canada
United
into
countries
this union and make it one hemisphere?
We're not United countries, United States.
We're not United States. What's good in Florida, not good in Louisiana.
Right.
What's good in Michigan, not good in Texas.
Right.
We are different, but we still one government. Why do we fight? You know why? If Mexico was a bunch of fucking white people, the white people in Congress would be talking about making Mexico part of the union.
No. You don't see France over there talking about because we white, we gonna make this England.
You know what they call it?
We gonna make this England.
You know what they did?
They still France.
You know what they did? They call it the euro.
That's the dollar.
They united all of Europe under one financial scale and call it the
now
euro.
You're saying financial scale.
But that's all it is.
About the money?
It's about the money. It's about uniting under one banner
make that money.
To make the money spread
Who
and be
control that money?
equal.
America?
The government. The government of America, the unified government representative of the people. That's the only future. There's no future in isolationism where the United States is just the only people who have all the motherfucking privileges in the world, and the Mexicans live in third world country, and you build up a wall to separate you from them. That's not sustainable.
You just say America is the best place in the world. This is the best thing here.
It is.
We're the best thing smoking on the planet.
So for it to survive, you got to open it up to that everybody in the world can get a chance to this.
That sound like winning a cult. And it's
not a cult. It's a belief
and we got to
system.
take over everybody else's way. Ain't that what the Roman Catholic did? They came to you with the
right.
virtual religious books.
You right.
And they killed you and said, this is
You
the
right.
best thing for you?
You're right.
Yeah.
But see,
Ain't that
America,
Right?
they have done that physically, aggressively.
That was their about.
They did that. But now the new philosophy, since the internet, you don't have to use violence to get somebody to transfer over. All you can use is information and show them how they living on the other side. Show them how they buying new cars on the other side. Show them how they fucking going shopping on the other side. And those people that's living underneath that kind of rule gonna look and say, I want that shit too. That's what Barack Obama was trying to do to Cuba. Instead of a 50-year embargo against Cuba where we shut them down, let's open up commerce with Cuba. Show the Cuban people what the fuck it looked like in America, instead of them sitting around eating octopus and driving 1970s motherfucking cars and shit.
Stuck in time.
Show them stuck in time because the government got them stuck. But if we open up commerce with Cuba and we show Cuba online what it looked like in America,
They gonna want to
align with, wouldn't you? Like, man, I want to live.
Cuba don't want to come
like
back slave
how
to
the
American
motherfucking
dollar.
living. But what they gonna see is, if you open up information,
You want to be a slave to the American dollar.
Then they gonna come and go and buy everything they got.
Skip, everybody is slave to something. Everybody.
We're going to
is
slave to our own dollar then.
They gonna own it.
We are slave to the dollar right now.
I'm a slave to my own dollar. If I can create my own dollar,
I mean, we
I
think
create
we
my
free,
own
but
dollar
we
too.
slave to
If
the
I had
dollar.
my own dollar already created, I wouldn't be getting rid of it for the American dollar.
But guess what?
If
The
I had
American
my own
dollar
currency-
ain't gonna let you make your own dollar. That's when the violence come in.
Why ain't stop the euro dollar?
Because it's on the other side of the water. It's their dollar.
Well, I'm gonna draw my fence. They're gonna be a side of the wall, and I'm gonna make my own motherfucking dollar.
But not on their land. You try to make your
I'm
own
on
dollar
Cuba.
on their
I'm on
land,
Cuba.
and they're gonna get rid of you.
But I'm on my
The
own land with my own
CIA
dollar.
is real.
But if the key is the wealth is having your own dollar, I want my own fucking dollar.
But
I want their fucking
Skip,
dollar.
listen to me. Spies are real. The NSA is real.
Yeah.
The FBI is real.
It's a fuck.
These people work against people who have the mentality what you talking
Trying
about.
to create their own.
There are actual operatives in the United States that's working against everybody with their own personal agenda.
So you said we in the Matrix?
What I'm telling you
And I
is
done
you're in
woke up,
danger.
so I'm Neo,
Yeah,
and they gonna
you're
come
in
and get me.
danger.
Yes, sir.
I'm the only one woke.
Against
Yeah.
everybody.
How could I just see that so
No,
plainly?
what I'm saying is there's an element of danger.
Yeah, so I'm
is
Neo.
what I'm saying.
And nobody can see this?
And just like Neo was in danger,
I'm in danger.
you're in danger. In whether we think that it comes from what we see, but it don't. It comes from elements like you'll take a unheard of author
Look what
who
you saying.
sold a
You
million
saying the
books.
ideas that we
Do
have
you
are
have his book?
ideas.
No, the CIA bought 1 million copies of his book and threw it in the goddamn Pacific Ocean, all because they wanted this author's philosophy to become mainstream propaganda in the media. There are elements around us with real
buy the
3
book.
digits
Yeah.
Build up the
that
hype.
are working
Yeah,
against
to blind
our
us to
agenda.
how many you be moving.
They
Yeah.
want us to think like that.
But could
Like
it,
that
yeah.
So to think you can never be
So why
free
you
of
think
that
you
is
You only
ridiculous.
could be a
Yeah,
free
you
thinker.
programmed.
They cannot stop your fucking
Yes,
thinking.
I'm programmed. You're programmed. We're all programmed.
I'm unplugged.
I'm unplugged, but I'm
Viciously.
programmed to a certain
I
extent.
was programmed to
I
unplug.
react how the system, when the system cut the heat up on me in a certain arena, cut the fire under my ass, I react to the heat.
You know what I did?
I just pay
You know what
And
I
that's
did?
what they do.
When they cut the heat up, I'm out of that cell. So they didn't cut the heat up on me.
Let
no
me
more.
give you an example. When I worked for Domino's Pizza,
Yeah, I done got out of that cell.
when I worked for Domino's Pizza, I was a pizza delivering food. When I delivered those pizzas, Domino's told me the price of milk went up. So the price of milk went up, the cheese went up.
Yeah, I heard that.
Domino's instituted a delivery charge. Said a $1.50 delivery charge. Now, the $1.50 delivery charge is meant to cover the price of milk. So when they introduced it to us in a meeting, I said, well, if you take away you add a delivery charge, the person that gave me $20 and told me to keep the change, now gonna give me $20 minus your $1.50 and tell me to keep the change. So in essence,
you didn't cut my
we
shit.
paying for the milk. The motherfucker told me only for a little while. And then pulled me to the side and told me how not to tell everybody else.
Right.
Like it's
a revolt around this.
Yeah, like you see what's happening.
You gotta pay attention.
Everybody else don't see it, but I pay you a little extra.
You gotta look past
to not pay, but I take the extra and I still tell people under the table.
Oh, well, we're gonna move to our next segment though, Cook. We got our next segment about them stimulus checks. You got
Where's my stimulus
check? You
check?
got your stimulus?
I heard people getting their shit.
Yeah, I saw it stimulate.
I went to the bank today, about 1,000 people that lied.
Everybody getting their shit, man. But that show you how much the American people hurting. What I get mad at is how many people brag about how good they doing. But according to the statistics, 79% of all Americans are living from check to check.
Right.
With no savings.
With no savings, no nothing. They assed out. Everybody want to act like they don't need the stimulus, but they need it.
They need
They need every dollar and every nickel coming across their table.
I don't think they're not acting like it though, bro.
Oh, they acting like
People
it.
excited about the stimulus.
Yeah,
and it's less than the first one.
It's less than no, it's more than well. This one they signed is less.
It's less.
But Congress now hoping for more. Yeah, because the president said
no, because it was fucked up.
Hope, man.
Because the first one you gave individuals $1,200.
But you know who's gonna be fucked, Skip?
For a year.
Your landlord. He's fucked. Because if you don't give me retro money, I can't pay you retro rent.
I think they're gonna have to wind up submitting a form to the government. They ain't gonna give.
They're gonna have to have something else special gonna pass for the landlord.
Yeah, because landlords been eating this shit.
Yeah, and they told him you couldn't evict him, but you ain't telling him to get my money.
Yeah, so now when you do give him some money, ain't no back money involved to pay the landlord. So the landlord is fucked.
Right. For now,
until
they gotta give him
until the Democrats win in Georgia. If the Democrats win in Georgia, then we own the House. We own the Senate, and we own the White House. The people.
You a Democrat?
We.
No, I'm a Republican.
You French?
When I say
you French.
When I say we.
When
I say we,
against your party?
It's not my party.
We. You just said we.
Because the people that's calling themselves Republicans are not Republicans.
Oh,
they don't represent the party.
Republican.
I am a conservative. I'm not a member of the Republican Party.
So now you ain't we no more.
When I say we, what I'm saying is that the American people, I'm an American person.
All right.
And we in need of help of our Congress. And the Congress is reneging on us because they trying to push a political agenda.
So if we ain't got it now, who got it now?
It's in the bank. They got it. The nation got the money.
No,
they trying not to give it to us because the Republicans said, you know what the motherfucking Republicans said, actually quoted? They want $2,000, but you know what's the perfect stimulus?
What?
A fucking job. That's what they was quoted as saying.
You can stimulus a nigga a job?
Get him a job and get stimulus.
That's the perfect stimulus, a fucking job. What they saying is, fuck coronavirus, go your ass to work.
Right.
That's what they want you to do.
They're going to stimulate the economy when they go to work.
Well, that's what they want. But why you want people to go to work when you sitting in your house getting a fucking senator salary?
They been sitting in their house getting a senator salary.
But you want me to go to work and expose myself. But in other words, you want me to expose myself to coronavirus now. While you sit at home and fucking get vaccinated and still sit at your house.
That's why they trying to push you to get the vaccination. Trying to put you at a
break. Well, you can vaccinate and go to work. They want you to vaccinate and go to work because you're going to vaccinate and sit at home because that's what we've been doing.
But that's what the Democrats want. The Democrats want to shut the government down, hold up until everybody get vaccinated, and then people go back to work around March. The Republicans want you to go back to work tomorrow. They want you to go back to work right now. And say if you get coronavirus
tomorrow ain't but 60 days.
You just get it. You know what
60 days.
You know what stats they use? They say that only 2% of the population will die from coronavirus.
January, February.
You know how many 2% is to 350 million Americans? That's over 6 million people
Where they at right now?
that they saying should die. They had what, about 300,000 and died?
Oh, yeah.
More than that. That's what I'm saying. But Republicans wanted to be herd immunity, where they saying we're just a 98%. It's a 98% survival rate. What that means? 6 million Americans gonna die.
They still learning about the virus, though. They don't really know.
I think we need
Yeah,
to
and they
back up.
learn about they still learn about the origins of homosexuality too.
I think we need to back up. I think we need to back up, man.
They still trying to figure that shit out.
In 2021.
Where it come from?
Where it started at? I don't know where it
In
come from.
2021, we got to tell people Happy New Year, man.
Happy New Year!
New Year.
Yeah, it's our new 2021. We 21. Happy New Year. I don't know if y'all ate y'all black eyed peas and cabbage.
Cabbage and black eyed peas. We put and cornbread. Don't forget the cornbread.
Over there fighting and snotting. I don't know what you're doing.
We
But
putting 2020 to bed.
we hope y'all be, yeah, we need to, but I hope this be big for everybody. We keep everybody keep on their move, man. Congratulations.
It's small.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I just want to say it's been a hard year.
Mardi Gras cancel?
Yes.
That what
Mardi Gras cancel.
I know that it shut down indoor drinking.
I don't give a fuck what they say about Mardi Gras cancel. One thing I know happening, them Indians ain't motherfucking, man, them suits for nothing. Them Indians coming out on Fat Tuesday. What
It's
the
gonna
man
be a
said,
problem, man.
or what the fuck
She
the man
gonna need
said.
the National Guard.
They came out St. George like, fuck
Yeah.
that. Fuck Corona. Fuck the mayor.
You know how we-
fuck the city. We been coming out before the city would do orders on this day.
She couldn't do nothing about them. Christians came out and they was in Jackson Square.
And she's fighting that right now.
And she fighting that right now.
Yeah.
Trying to fuck over.
That's a bad fight, though.
But them people canceled their whole show in New Orleans.
No, this on
Dick Clark and the
No, they
thing.
tonight. Dick Clark. They
Oh,
gonna,
somebody told me they canceled the whole
canceled.
show.
Dick Clark,
They
they-
canceled, then they came back and said, no, we're going to do it. But they were
Yeah.
playing the mind games with her. Showing her like, man, we're going to pull this.
But people can't go down there. It shut down.
Oh, that's all they
Yeah.
do. That
They
one
say
happened.
no pedestrian or cars.
It shut down in New York too. The chief
Yeah,
in New
that's
York
all
got
right.
and said, "Don't come down here."
No pedestrian, no cars.
He said it's gonna be on TV, and he said everybody you see on TV been screened for the coronavirus as a TV program. And he said, "Don't come down here. If you come down here,
Yeah.
you're not gonna like it."
They don't play in New York, though.
They don't play, man. Yeah.
You ready to choke you out, man.
When New Orleans gonna get like that after that consent decree, they gonna get right back to business as
They
usual.
gonna do it when they gonna.
Bitch, you heard me.
They gotta start off with the plunger first.
Yeah. That's what happened to New York. They got so bad that they had to come in and get it right. They were sticking plungers up nigga ass. All kind of shit in New York.
Nigga was
Them
stopped
niggas
up.
nothing, bro.
That's wrong.
Man, it was wrong.
That nigga brother was stopped up.
But Donald, that's another thing. He used the wrong end though, buddy. Like, they used the wrong end.
Jab. He got jabbed.
But that goes to talk about the president. He was for all that. Donald Trump, he was a New Yorker.
Yeah, he would that
It was for what?
He was for fucking over niggas. He was the one called for the death penalty for the Central Park fire.
Yeah, I saw that. That was
Yeah,
hard.
he
the
bought
ball was
an
innocent.
ad
To
in the
say kill-
paper
to say kill him.
to say kill him. Like, hey, that dude ain't no joke, man. Let me
That
tell
was
you,
horrible.
like,
I didn't say he wasn't horrible.
oh, you know what's funny? You see the people running for the Senate in Georgia, the dude Ossoff, he was live on Fox News. Nick Carcel putting him on the spot. Talk about the black dude. Say, what about his socialist ties and his ties with Fidel Castro? You got something to say about that?
Hey,
The
but
fucking
the-
white boy looked at the camera and said, well, his opponent is campaigning with a member of the Ku Klux Klan.
Ah! You gonna pour dirt out.
He said that bitch 3 times. That nigga said, since I'm on Fox News, I'm gonna say it again. She's openly campaigning with a member of the Ku Klux Klan.
They ain't want to answer that.
Boy, he shut down. Well, this is Fox News.
They ain't want to talk no more.
That shit started trending on Twitter. Like that. I said, boy, that nigga, I'd vote for his ass.
He told his ass up, but y'all
Oh,
won't play.
black dude?
A white boy, a young
White
white
boy.
boy, man, running against that old white man.
Yeah.
Purdue, the white Republican.
You got a chance to win because they
Oh, they so
signing
crooked.
up right
She hooked up the Lafner, that's her name, against the black dude Warner. They trying to bring up so much dirt on the black dude. They bringing up back in the 90s. He's a preacher. He said a sermon about you can't be a policeman and serve God. Like
What?
But that's not what he was saying. He was saying, you know, when you go to church, they say you can't serve God and mammon.
And man, at the same time.
Yeah, he was running through everything. Like, you can't do that and serve God. Like, he was a black preacher. We know what it's hitting for. He don't mean he against the police. He's saying that God on a different level.
They just trying to steal a
And they just trying to say, and then he said something about Castro was welcome to their church. It was back in the 90s, like, you know, they tried to invite. They brought that shit up.
Why they didn't bring Biden those shit up?
Why don't bring Breeze back?
Yeah, so now they trying to corner your boy with his political friends and say, what about what he said back in the 90s? And the white boy looked at him and said, well, she's openly campaigning
Right now.
Right now.
Right
Like,
now.
talk about that. Like, you know, nigga, shut that bitch down. Like, oh, we don't want to talk no more.
What we got this week? Round on the strand of the week. What we smoking on?
We stranded a week.
What we smoking on this week?
We're gonna try this Willie Nelson called
Who we got?
Willie Nelson. Willie Nelson.
Willie Nelson?
Willie or Woody?
Garlic Crasher. We're gonna put it up against
So that was Willie Nelson be smooth?
The band nigga?
Willie Nelson.
Yeah, Willie Nelson been smoking weed. Nah, he still lives.
He got his own strain?
He's a famous weed smoker.
But I'm
See, he got his own
I'm
strain.
gonna put it up against
Deal fucking with Snoop Dogg.
P. Silver.
They won't fuck with Snoop. Like Willie, I bet they never pull Willie over and check him for weed.
Yeah, Willie Nelson have been in jail a few times for that weed, man.
Yeah?
Yeah, they fucked over.
Shouts out to Willie Nelson. Keeping it real.
Willie Nelson been locked up a few times.
Let
That
me hear
nigga
it
say
first.
what it's like.
I'm gonna hit it a few
No,
times.
I'm not.
Yeah, you gotta hit the weed, man.
And Corona, I'm not smoking the weed.
This is Corona weed.
That's the strain.
That's your weed, Corona weed. Give me the Corona weed.
I'm good, man.
No.
I got my seeds.
My cousin smoked weed with the seeds. I told y'all that.
Hey.
They keep trying to give me that Corona in this bitch.
Nothing but
Weed with the big old seeds.
See if it wasn't Corona, it wouldn't even try to let me hit nothing.
What?
It's Corona, now they keep passing me the weed.
Put Corona let you hit.
Yeah, they trying to kill me in this bitch.
You hit that bitch last time.
Yeah, you hit it last.
He ain't gonna hit it again. That boy-
Everybody come close and falling short of the glory of God.
That boy said Corona.
And we're gonna try
That nigga said Corona could get passed by a fight.
It's scientifically proven.
No, it ain't.
Man, passing gas is the #1 way to catch Corona.
The number one way.
The #1 way.
Oh,
It's contracted.
so why they ain't close our elevators? Why they ain't close our elevators? Why they ain't close our elevators?
See, this is when you say shit. Then when you say shit that's true, and
Why you got
niggas
a mask
think
on
you
your
lying.
ass?
So you sitting here with a diaper on.
I ain't got Corona.
Yeah, me and the need an ass mask.
Corona.
You sitting here with a
You
diaper
do.
on.
They got
Yes, you
ass
do.
masks in Japan. They got ass
This
masks.
in Japan, they got ass masks.
They do. They got a
You
pillow.
asthmatic?
Look it up. They got a pillow you sit on. You got a pillow you sit on when you fight. It
got a
filters
filter.
it.
They got a fight filter pillow.
Yeah. That bitch is #1 seller in Japan.
So that been breaking
For
gas
people
down?
who work in the office.
What
Like
they
you
call
work
it?
in the office.
The fight pad. Buy the fight pad.
Y'all think I'll be lying. Passing gas is the #1 way
what
to
kind of
catch
weed this is?
coronavirus.
That's that P. Server right there.
It's
Woo!
called. It's
What
called.
P. Server.
It's called fecal
cook.
aerosol.
Look, listen, you got to hit this. What kind is
No,
it?
I don't want it.
That's P. Server.
Peach sherbet.
The Willie Nelson.
Sherbet.
Cool.
Nigga.
That-
Nigga.
I
Nigga.
don't want to hear it.
Nigga, listen,
Ice
nigga.
cream.
Listen.
Put it in his
Yeah,
mouth.
hit this.
Put it in his
I don't
mouth.
You
want
gotta
to
taste
hear
it.
it.
You gotta just sip it. You gotta just sip it.
Put it in his mouth.
You ain't got no job.
I
It's
don't wanna
Friday.
It was not even lit.
I can smell it from here.
Come on, man.
It smell like
Peaches.
apple crisp.
Let him blow your shotgun. Blow your shotgun.
No, that's definitely how you get corona. Why y'all trying to get me corona?
Ah, they blow a shotgun.
Coronavirus is
Sitting
real.
here without a mask.
Y'all saw the Louisiana congressman.
Sitting here without a mask right now.
Talk about coronavirus,
Y'all
real.
6 feet distance. Y'all 6 feet from nobody.
Y'all ain't see.
Put a blowout for him.
Y'all ain't see the
Man, fuck
congressman.
that. That ain't crazy.
Y'all ain't see the newly elected congressman in Shreveport.
Everything you said was
Just died from coronavirus.
We not saying
He was
coronavirus.
41 years old.
Man, he died from a heart attack, man.
No.
I'm telling you,
He died from coronavirus.
They cutting him up because of the corona.
No, man. The
No.
man
He
died.
went in
His
front
own
of
doctor
No.
said it was pure corona. Now they trying to doctor it up. You know why? because he was a fucking anti-mask.
Yeah, he was against the shit.
He was against the shit.
They
He
trying
wanted
to confuse you,
So
right?
now they trying to confuse him.
So
But
why-
his doctor, the day he died,
What
said
happened
it
with
was
the,
totally corona
But he was
related.
on the
Don't they got something about the vitamin D in Corona? If you get the vitamin D, you get.
What they saying is vitamin D acts like the
Vitamin D right now.
vitamin D acts like the
You gonna get him with the vitamin D?
No, I don't.
what they call it?
I'm saying.
The vaccine.
They say the sunlight give you
Vitamin
vitamin
D
D.
is like
Listen.
vaccine.
They say the
Me
sun-
either. They said the vitamin D vaccine. The vaccine.
Well, I got the
That's all it
vaccine.
Yeah, see, you gonna
Who did a shot? I got the vaccine. Who did a shot? I got the You can take your ass mask off.
see.
Take your ass mask off.
Take your ass mask off.
He gonna be the first nigga with coronavirus.
I'm just saying.
And when you get
I'm
coronavirus,
speaking.
when you get coronavirus, I'm gonna come to the funeral with an Indian fit on, like a St. Joseph did,
Okay, cool.
and I'm gonna call your pocket
For the
with.
culture. For
You
the
gonna have your
culture.
cheeks out?
All right, Cook. What we got for the word person of the week? I mean, word person of the world this week.
Oh, yourself.
The worst person.
All right, here we go with our new segment, worst person in the world, hosted by my cousin, Sheem the Dream.
The worst person in the world. Today we're gonna jump out. Last time we talked, the worst person of the world was our homeboy Mitch McConnell. Unfortunately, very little has changed since then. So I would be within my rights to go back on Mitch McConnell as the worst person in the world. But today we're gonna switch it up to the common enemy of the people, that motherfucker Donald Trump. Donald Trump has still refused to concede the election of 2020. That he's lost.
Right now?
That he's lost by over 6 million votes.
That nigga still saying he
He's
won?
still saying he won. That it's a fraud, that it's a rip-off. And he's
You know what he
yet to
like?
concede.
Know who he like? The Saints stuff. I did put the flag up.
They was like,
The Super Bowl. That's how I stood up on
it
it.
was like the Saints versus Kansas City.
That sounds like the Hurt Vikings.
What I'm trying to tell y'all is that this man is conning 74 million Americans into thinking that he represents their fucking point of view, when all he represents is his own ego. I have never in my life seen an American willing to sacrifice the integrity of the United States government and its democracy for his own personal will just to represent that he won in a challenge, that he won an engagement, when in reality he lost. Every court in America say he lost. Every day I just want to smack the piss out of him. But I can't, because he's president of the United States. And what makes it even worse, after he's out of the White House, I still can't smack the piss out of him because he still got a Secret Service detail.
They gonna tackle your fucking ass, man.
It's what I hate. I hate that the worst. And today, with that being said, I want to designate Donald Trump as the worst person in the world.
Yeah, we like you for that. Yeah. I mean, I don't like Trump. He going hard on Trump.
I just hate his unmanliness. Like he just, like if you a competitor, if you playing a game and you do your best and you lose, then the L is good. Like you take your
lost.
L, you lost. This motherfucker
He ain't
refused
taking
to
it. He
acknowledge
ain't
he
taking it.
lost. Like man,
Because he always
Man
wins.
say he's not a loser.
He ain't a loser.
and ain't that in itself designates
That's
a
a
fucking mental
that's a
problem
conscience.
for anybody to say they
That's a
never
conscience.
fucking
Believe.
lost at
That's what he
something.
He can't lose.
So
So
Yeah.
you married him because he believe that?
He's
Yeah.
crazy.
Why?
Because he's the
You got
president of the
the right
United
to believe
States.
what you believe.
If he was
He's
just
a
Donald
free
Trump, if what he
He ain't just Donald
believed,
Trump.
if what he believed didn't have an effect on the way people live their lives and our safety and our governance, he can believe what the fuck he want to believe. But the president of the United States does not have the liberty to believe in falsehoods and propagate them.
But they voted him in.
Yeah, that's why he does.
You talking about the Instagram nigga? You talking about the Instagram nigga?
I can't say it on
Twitter.
Don't say it.
But people didn't agree
Twitter
with
nigga.
Abraham Lincoln either.
And they shot him in the back of the head.
And McKinley. And what's the other motherfucker name?
Kennedy.
No, they were, yeah, him too.
Two of them got
And then
whacked.
there's another one.
So if
You get
they-
mine, you
if
get
they-
whacked.
Caulfield.
If they don't kill him, that means what? They
We
don't
ain't
whip
never
him?
used that
He-
word till you just used it.
Oh.
You fucked up.
Wow.
You just we ain't never used that word. You gotta edit that one out. We're talking in history terms. You came in and plugged. Ain't nobody use no terminology like that.
Wow.
Wow.
All right, we got the other segment we're gonna
That's
run right
sedition.
now. Called horrible. We're gonna do the horrible segment right now. I'm trying to find what I got what's horrible. Oh, look, this is what I find horrible. Right now, we know Corona is horrible as it is already, but from Corona making us make bad decisions, we trying to blame certain things for Corona and certain shit for Corona when you don't know what's really super spreading this shit. And every time y'all take it out like on the clubs and the bars, like in New Orleans where I'm speaking, the motherfucker always trip like if anything go wrong, it's the fucking ball's fault. Cause shut them down. I don't know if she just after Bourbon Street or just every bar, but that's not the only thing people conjugating that. We got the grocery stores, we got the churches, we got all kind of. So how you gonna just specifically say
in churches?
That's where it's fucking men, and that's what we talking, and that's how you stop it. That's not how you stop it. I don't know how you stop it.
You're not trying to stop it. You're trying to curb it.
All right, but that's the only.
How's curbing it when you just shut down?
But they was shut down the most.
I'm in agreement with what the mayor did.
They ain't shut down them the most. So how is they the cause of the fucking spike? That's what you do when it spikes. Shut them down. It was already shut down the most. It was going up and down regardless.
I believe in what the mayor did. I don't believe in how she did it. The governor did a good job of shutting down and relating to the people why we got to shut down. The mayor didn't do a good job of this. You know what they're not explaining to the people? That even though majority of us might wear the mask and shut it down, that one or two people that don't, they could spread the disease to 100 people and it get out of control. It don't work unless everybody complies.
If you ain't, but you
But
never get. But America is not built on 100% compliance.
So the only way they could do
how
it,
America built.
but the only way they could do it is to make everybody stay home.
America built on independent decision.
Then how you curb it if you ain't thinking everybody stands?
That ain't what America built on. You gonna have independent decision in America.
They
We
tried
are
to
not
do-
built on being controlled.
Well, that'll be to our death.
America
Our
is not being
detriment.
controlled. And you gonna tell us that we gotta be controlled because of this?
Yeah.
What if this fake?
Because
What if we turn out this fake?
But
And we just wanted to see if you control them just to break your Americanism.
no, because this is not the first time America did this. America did this in World War II when they rationed off goods to everybody. You couldn't just go in the store and buy sugar and buy coffee.
America did it
You
before.
only
and it
could
was
buy a
resistant.
certain amount no matter how much money you had.
America implemented the draft and nigga ain't want to do the fucking
Draft. So it's not the first
So if I
time.
don't take the vaccine, you gonna lock me up in jail?
No, they leaving the vaccine. Well, you ain't gonna be able to get a job at these people unless you show you've been vaccinated.
I don't need y'all job.
But
We
you
need to
might
create our
not,
own
but
job.
other Americans will.
We need to create our own fucking job.
Just like in school, I can't go to school unless I show I've been vaccinated against
So that means the
chicken
Jews
pox.
right then. The Jews supposed to just separate their own, so we could give our own stuff so we wouldn't be fucking.
But you can do that in America. That's what I be telling you about the beauty of America. There's no laws in America stopping you from creating your own society, buying you some land in
That
North
would need to be
Dakota
done.
and living
Drop the
there.
bomb on you. I can get Black
No,
Wall
that's
Street.
back then. You can't live in the past.
I'm
You
just
gotta
saying
go in the
it
future.
happened. We
That
talked
happened.
about the past.
Yeah, but that happened.
Listen,
But that
listen,
wouldn't happen
not-
now.
Yes, it would. Just
Why
like you
would-
said, they got secret people watching.
'Cause it's
It wouldn't be a
internet.
bomb, but they'll smuggle drugs and dope in your shit.
Well, they
And
do
fuck
that
your
now.
shit up if you do
Yeah,
that.
but
Yeah.
they do that now. So what I be saying, this is what y'all not gonna like me for. What I be saying is, we'll get mad at the white man for allowing drugs and dope to get smuggled in the country to get sold to black people, but not get mad at the black man for allowing the white man to and facilitating by selling drugs and dope in our own communities. We don't go in their community and sell it. Just like a nigga won't stand on his mama porch and sell dope, but he'll come on your porch or your mama porch and sell dope. And then you turn around and say the white man no good because he enslaved the black man. How the fuck you any different than what the white man did? It ain't about race and the hatred of race. It's about fucking money. And when we realize that it's all about money and put ourselves above money, that's when the black people can eliminate the power that white folks have over us. But long as it's about money, the white man gonna always control. He laughing. He did it to Dave Chappelle. I give him $50 million. You think he worried about $50 million? He got $1 billion. Get that nigga 50 million and make him sell out his people and fuck over. He won't compromise? Bitch, I dare you to talk about us. We the unseen eye. You speak on us. How come Dave Chappelle won't even mention what happened? He won't even talk about it. You know why? Because he know if he open his mouth, he a fucking dead man.
Right.
It's gangster shit. It ain't about what we think it's about. The shit that we think it's about is how we govern each other. It's how we shine on each other.
It's always a bigger picture.
It ain't got nothing to do with the whole scope of things in this world or in this country. Like nigga won't buy Reebok. Why buy Reebok? Why not start the Blackstone line and build shipping lanes for black people to deal directly with Africans and Africans? You got $2 billion? Buy a couple of ships where we can transport oil from Africa over to the United States and build our own oil
You
company.
become a threat and they'll whap your ass.
You think they gonna buy
Exactly.
all?
So let's call it for what it is. The man let us dabble in fucking monkey piss
And monkey bullshit.
because
Nothing real.
he don't want to deal in that no more. The shit that really make the money, we can't sit at that table. But I'll
Fuck
let you
no.
niggas buy this tennis shoe company. I already made all the money is to be made off of it
Yeah.
for the last fucking 100 years.
That's how hard they gotta fight to get in.
But that's how hard a nigga got to fight to get
But
in.
they keep growing.
But if we
though.
build our
That's
own
still growing.
lane,
That's still growth, though.
what I'm saying is when niggas talk about
How you
independence,
gonna be your lane if you still understand?
but that's what made Marcus Garvey so ahead of his time. If we talk about building independence, then real independence starts with our own economic voice,
System.
our own
Yeah.
economic system. I gotta pay fucking $1 for an orange at the grocery store because Louisiana, instead of dealing with oranges grown in Florida, they importing oranges from Nicaragua, and I gotta pay for that boat trip, and I gotta pay $1 an orange, where in America I could pay a quarter and buy me a fucking orange.
From Florida.
But he paying the orange growers in Florida not to grow oranges, so that I can pay $1 for an orange from Nicaragua. But if we the people, it don't even have to be all black people. If we, the minority, the poor, start our own shipping lanes and our own commerce
How?
and
You
our
poor.
own
If
relationships.
you're poor, how you gonna show
Master
yourself?
P and what's his name?
He not poor.
Byron Davis, whatever his
They
name,
not
Byron
poor.
Davis.
No, they got so much money.
Instead of buying a tennis shoe factory, buy 3 boats. Buy 3 boats and then establish a shipping lane between the Gulf of Mexico and the South America to
they
start
gonna sink
with.
that bitch.
Shadoom.
That's why
Torpedo.
You just said the
Niggas
power
think
that
they
bitch.
is.
But I'm just trying to explain to you the limits of the power and the expanse of the power. Society has changed to where niggas can get pennies. Niggas can get dollars.
Right.
Niggas can get a hand up, a loan from the federal government
For
and
some
buy a
bullshit.
Reebok for some bullshit.
bullshit.
I can get money to start me a film company and make nigga movies. But try to do something like what Marcus Garvey did. Do you know the first African American FBI agent
Who created the bus?
was created to
The bus.
bust Marcus Garvey for trying to build
And he
a
wasn't doing-
shipping line between us and Africa? He ain't try to hurt white people whatsoever. He said black people need their own lane. And the United States government said, fuck that.
Right.
So now they won't tell you now, go back to Africa.
It was-
And I'll be like, fuck you, I ain't going nowhere. This is my country. You don't own this bitch. If it wasn't for George Washington Carver, the white man would be starving in this bitch. And I think George Washington Carver is the most underrated human on the planet because white people were starving all over the world.
Yeah.
And this
Let the
poor,
people know what he did.
He like Tesla.
yeah, he was like Tesla,
Tesla,
but
but
he
they don't
was
give
a
him credit
poor
like Tesla.
black man
Yeah, but he like
who
Tesla.
had nothing and didn't want nothing, and he created a way to end
make
hunger
something out of
all over the world. And I think he's the most underestimated or underrated person in world history.
How you did that?
He showed people what to grow. He said, you keep growing this cotton crop, you pulling nitrogen out the soil. And then after about 5-6 years,
You're gonna
your
die.
soil don't
Be
grow
dead,
nothing.
yeah.
It turn to dust and create the dust bowl.
Because you killed
What
it.
he was saying is alternate crops. You grow this and then you grow peanuts. We'll put the nitrogen back in the soil. So the farmer said, we could do that, but we don't have no use for the peanut. So this black man in the 1800s went to the laboratory and found uses for peanut. So peanut oil,
Butter.
soap, butter. All of this black man created a market for the American farmer to grow an off crop that still will bring him money. So when he
Just
grow his
stimulate the
money
land.
crop, that's when money crop came in. He can grow his money crop and still grow another crop that replenishes the soil. And he was a scientist.
He was a gangster.
He was a gangster. He ain't have no formal education. This nigga was off a plantation.
Super intelligent.
Super
So who
intelligent.
put him here?
Who put him in that position to
The
learn?
universe?
Where you got the game from?
A white man put him in a position to
Who
learn.
got the game? Who got the game from?
A right-thinking white man put him in a position to learn.
But he know how to imply
And
the
he
game
soaked
and
it
blow
all
big.
up.
You know how to blow
What
the big
I'm
game
saying
big.
is that the good that the universe does is rarely has anything to do with race. When the universe stepped in, it's about humanity. And we as black people, we cannot be so filled with anger and short-sighted till we let it.
Well, when will the universe let us get back to normal?
It's not gonna happen in our lifetime. The
We
titty
ain't
milk,
going back to normal no more right now.
titty milk gonna put it back to normal. I told y'all the breast milk,
The bad titty.
the bad titty, good titty. They got the good titty.
Which one is the bad titty?
Both of them leak.
They got one that has
Whatever
the
one a
lower
nigga
down.
not sucking, whatever one nigga not sucking, that's when the toxins
What if
come
she
out.
give the nigga the half and half?
That's why niggas.
What if she
wear-
got twins?
that-
What if she got twins?
That's
What
all.
if she got twins?
That's all the niggas went to Booker T.
What if she got twins?
So
That's
why,
all.
That's why one twin be bad, other one be good.
That was
They fucking they twins.
Gemini, nigga, Gemini, nigga, that ain't God.
So you should have put the twin on both of them on one titty.
Oh,
At a
you
time?
gotta take turns.
Your turn.
Your turn.
They can both small.
But that's why one twin be bigger than the other.
Right.
Like the run of the litter, like he
Yeah,
getting
one
all
be
the
left-
juice.
all the good.
He be first to the titty. When you first to the titty, you get all of it.
That's like the dog, the litter.
But what they saying is that white women used to have babies and they didn't want their titties to sag, so they would let the black woman milk feed their baby.
That's why they titty sag, 'cause they be
And
breastfeeding.
during that process, we passed off DNA to the white babies. Now it's not an instantaneous thing like the Hulk.
over the year.
Over hundreds of years.
So how they still getting titty milk? Black titty milk.
Oh, they ain't getting nothing now. Why they fucking them hoes and getting titty milk now? But now, it ain't so much that. The damage has been done to the white race to where in about 100 years from now, they ain't gonna have no more pure-blooded white people. The United States gonna be a mongrel race mixed of black and white, Chinese, Hispanic. It's gonna be a utopia of social interaction. And that's why I said we don't need no borders. We need a open border state and embrace the Mexicans, the Canadians, anybody that wants to be part of this glorious experiment into democracy. The United States should open up its borders and let it happen. That's my belief.
Yeah.
Puerto Rico should be a state. The Virgin Islands should be a state. Mexico should be a state. Canada should be a state.
You want to reduce them dudes from a country to a state?
That's what I was about to say.
A part of the United States. They all state right now. They're a state.
Well, country.
Damn.
They're a state. Louisiana is a country. You live in the
Well,
country
they got
of
some Mexicans don't even
Louisiana.
like Americans.
But you live in the country of Louisiana. The only reason you don't see it that way because Louisiana is part of the United States, bound by a constitution. If the constitution fails, then Louisiana becomes an independent country, a state.
You the kind of nigga call a condo a motherfucking house too. That shit.
But that's how lawyers.
That shit is an apartment. My
That's
nigga.
how lawyers look at it. Lawyers are only half as smart as doctors, but twice as sneaky. They put words together in a way that's saying one thing and saying
So
something
you saying
different.
lawyers is half as sneaky as doctors?
They half as smart, but twice as sneaky.
You don't trust doctors?
Fuck no.
I don't trust them either. I don't
doctor,
trust them either, but I'm
a
just saying.
doctor is one of the worst people on the world.
Listen,
What about the
that's
lawyers?
why they got
What about
the Jewish
lawyers?
people got their own hospitals.
Exactly.
You got the Jewish hospital.
A doctor they can
They're
trust.
not going to the other hospital.
Exactly.
And get hit with
So
that
why
gas.
Master Peter didn't open up a black hospital instead of Reebok?
Have people help bounce?
There was a black lady who just was trending
He
saying
could
how
have
they killed
bought.
her.
I should have bought the hospital. He could have bought the
He
hospital.
could have bought the
But
hospital.
listen,
Right.
you know more about tennis shoes than you know about medical.
So all we could do is
He
what
might
we
not
know.
understand that
I mean,
lane.
that's-
He might be.
you
He
stay
might
in
fit
your
that
lane.
lane. He like, man, I don't know
That's
about
why you
that.
feel like
That's
you
called,
can't
know what
feel
that's
it.
called? That's called fear.
I just said
He
that.
might be scared.
I don't know.
That's called fear. And God and fear don't occupy the same space.
Fear don't make no
We
money.
should be buying a black house. Well, where are black rich doctors? Why they in blind hospital?
I blame them too. That's why doctors are pieces of shit too. Like they really are pieces of shit. I went to a party that was all doctors before. You want to see some heathenish, ungodly ass acting, rude ass motherfuckers, man. They motherfuckers. I said, what you do? I'm an orthopedic surgeon. What?
But they
Oh,
programmed
then
by
they
the other
talk
doctors.
shit like that.
Like goddamn,
Hey.
he got wasted. He was throwing up in the people's backyard, and I said, man.
I'm about to ask you, is you a boxer?
I'm standing there waiting to be in. You want something to eat? Man, fucking people came in the door and ran to people's table, started putting food in their mouth. I said, man, what the fuck? What kind of manners that is? Like black people, how you doing, buddy?
They doctors.
Yeah, you want something to eat? They got food on the table. Yeah.
They doctors, they superstars like rock stars.
but all they do
No,
is-
doctors think they're rock stars.
Black people
I'm a
don't act
doctor.
like that.
I made it, I'm a rock star.
I was offended. Nigga ain't even introduced himself to the people who the house was for.
He got a Lamborghini.
Nigga came in the door and went straight to the food. Like, nigga, they went, I mean, you think I'm lying. Nigga opened the door. How you doing? Like, oh, food? Zoom. Like, what happened to, hey, how you doing? Such. And then they say, well, if you want to eat,
Let
they
me
got
offer you
food
something
like
to
that.
eat.
Yeah.
Like, that's how black people roll. Like, I'm standing in the corner, like, waiting to be fed. And I was the only motherfucker went home.
But you ain't no
I ain't
doctor.
shit,
But
like-
you ain't no
You ain't
doctor.
no doctor though.
I wasn't no doctor, but guess
You
what?
can't eat, you ain't no
The
doctor.
owner of the house came and showed me the security system. He said, look, we got cameras right there. We got a camera right
They
there.
do-
So you don't play with nothing. So you don't play in here.
We got cameras
You
everywhere.
look suspect.
You didn't know what he said? You want a drink? Oh, yeah, we got Maker's Mark, high-end liquor. But look, we got the camera right there.
We watching.
We got the camera
Nigga, we
right there.
watching.
You let you know, nigga, the eyes is
Get
watching.
this alcohol in you. But
Then the Chinese dude asked me like how it feel to be the only black dude in the room.
The same as the only
Yeah.
Chinese dude.
I looked at him,
I
I
told him the
said,
same as the only Chinese dude.
I waxed philosophical on him. I went to the movie Get Out on him. I said, well, I saw this movie recently called Get Out, and it brings certain things to mind. Get him a drink.
Yeah, I need a. You got a phone? I can take a picture.
I be living life vicariously. I know some of my political views and social views are contrary to what a lot of y'all believe.
Your shit be shits.
But I'm wise beyond my
Your shit
head.
be shits. But we
And
gotta go
most
to
of
these
the
Saints. The
time,
Saints that made the playoff.
it's like
Shout out to the
watching
Saints.
grass grow.
I know my cousin don't really like sports, but shout out to the Saints. They made the playoff.
right.
That was real big.
No, this is why I don't like sports. What the Saints did to Alvin Kamara, by letting, before he broke that record,
He
they let
could've-
that white boy run that
could've
touchdown.
set a new
in.
record.
He could have
set-
set a
he
new
could've-
record. That alone
But
is
then last week,
why
but then
I
last
don't
week,
watch football.
But then last week you said Kamara was shits.
Yeah, he didn't do no hell of a thing to run the ball. They was all setups now. Ain't like he ran 80 yards and scored. Like,
He did run 80 yards.
that was one. That was one. Ain't like every touchdown was like he bust ass. Like, man, most of them was layups. To the point the white boy was able to run one in. Yeah, he got alley-oop. So the white boy ran one in. Like, you know, my grandma could have ran that bitch.
Oh.
That nigga ain't do no hell of a shit now.
hey.
But I do find it fucked up that the white hierarchy didn't let him break the record.
He could have broke the
He
record.
could have broke the record. And remember, they let the white boy run the one in before he broke the
To
record.
tie the record.
To tie
So
the
they
record.
hoping we're going to tie the record.
That enough, and you know their motivations is why I can't
But you saw
stand
that was that Marshawn Lynch move. They Marshawn Lynched him.
They want,
Yeah.
They Marshawn Lynched him
They
just
want
now.
to be too celebrated.
Yeah, they Marshawn
Well,
Lynched him
how
just
could
now.
you watch something
Shout out to
and
Kamara.
participate in
We saw you got
something
Marshawn Lynch, my nigga.
that don't
We
want
fuck
a
with
nigga to
you
be
coulda had the record.
collaborated?
Yeah.
I don't understand y'all. I don't understand how y'all can talk me down about all that slavery shit and then witness a white man committing a fucking fraudulent act against a nigga
We don't
and
like
still support it
They do that shit
for
every
the
day.
sake of watching the game. I be like, fuck football.
Well, how you saw
the
it?
NFL.
Well, how you saw it?
My wife made me.
Ah, you saw it.
You said shit.
Ah, did you see it?
She made me watch.
Tell me I can't see how y'all watched it.
I don't see how y'all.
How did you see it?
I don't see how y'all watch it. I
You got a
don't.
Saints jersey?
No.
Ah,
I
with your
ain't got
white
no
ball.
say.
He ain't on there with a white with a Saint jersey
Painted
on.
painted on
I
it.
ain't got no say. I ain't gonna lie. Ever since they changed the name of the Redskins, cause that was my thing. I said I'm not watching it until they changed the Redskins. They just call Washington now. I always said until they do that, I'm not watching it no more. And ever since they changed the name, I watch it every now and then. But I hadn't been watching football.
What you think about the Pelicans?
Oh, you saw Chris Paul come and whoop the fuck out the Pelicans? Him and the old coach, Monty Williams?
I saw something online.
Oh, they whooped the fuck out the Pelicans.
Somebody was saying they looked rigged.
It looked personal.
Somebody was saying they looked rigged.
No, they was about 40.
I think it was more Chris Paul and your boss coach name is?
Monty Williams.
That's his partner. That's why.
See, Monty Williams' wife had gotten us up and everything. He was going through some shit in New Orleans. Had let him go. The coach had fucked over. And not Chris Paul. You got Chris Paul with him, and they played with the Suns.
What I don't understand about basketball, like, how is one play different from another one? Like,
What you mean play?
If you playing basketball for the last 20 years, how you fall for the pick every time? Like, how you fall for the?
You play basketball?
You understand?
I understand
Did you
basketball.
play?
Basketball players are the most gullible people on the planet.
No,
like,
niggas
they
be kind of
fall
tight on some plays, and they ain't moving that much.
Yeah, what I'm saying is.
But then they got some niggas you can't check a nigga. Nigga cold. You can't stop that
But
nigga.
then they come down to physical
It's
play.
inches. It's about the first
Yeah.
But on one side of the ball, on the other side of the ball,
No, you got
it's
niggas
the
like,
exact same thing.
No. Look, you got niggas like Allen Iverson. He's 6'1", but his fucking arms like he's 7 foot tall. He illiform. So his crossover for his size.
But that's physical domination.
Yeah, and them inches.
That's a white man's
They
game.
make a fucking difference.
Anything to do with physical domination is a white man's game.
What? You talking about like a gladiator sport?
Everything to deal with physical domination is a white man's game.
You just call all that gladiator.
All that's
Game of
gladiator.
entertainment.
The reason why you find it entertaining is the white man in you.
The white man.
Them ain't never niggas playing, man.
You got a white man in you.
The white man in you is why you find
The white man in who?
is why you find
Ain't no white man
gladiator.
in me.
No
No
white
man
man.
in me.
Ah, white man in who?
The white man in all you motherfuckers. It's the reason why you
The
find
white man in you.
You too?
the reason why no
It's the white man in you.
I don't find gladiator sports
It's the
entertaining.
white man in
Y'all
you.
find gladiator
like
sports.
But it's the white man in you.
It's the white man in
Y'all
you.
can try to make all the homosexual jokes y'all want to. That doesn't underline.
So is it us, but it's not in you.
No, it ain't in me. I'm free. White man pimping y'all motherfuckers, man. I'm free, nigga. I don't belong to nobody. What I have been blessed with the ability to see Western culture, Western civilization, and its effect on black people. And what I can't get y'all to see is how much the white man has indoctrinated y'all to his philosophy.
Oh yeah, I'm American cracker nigga.
You get up at
I'm American
a
cracker
certain
nigga.
time of the morning because the white man say, oh, at 7 o'clock, you're supposed to get up.
Then why I get up at 7
You don't get up
o'clock,
2 o'clock in the morning.
No, because I won't be up at 2 o'clock in the morning.
I get up 2 o'clock in the morning because all sleep after midnight don't count.
What?
The human body is supposed to shut down when the sun shut down. So when the sun sets at about 6, 7 o'clock, that's when you're supposed to go to sleep. And then you wake up by
I'm nocturnal.
You wake up 1, 2 o'clock in the morning, and you're supposed to get work done then. The human being was supposed to be as much nocturnal as it is able to work in the daylight. And that around the time, the heat of the day, around 12, 1, 2, 3, you ain't supposed to be out in the sun. It goes against logic. You're supposed to be in the shade, eating dinner and resting, and then you're supposed to go to sleep about 6 o'clock. But the white man introduced a system that make you think you're supposed to be up at the hottest point of the day.
What white man?
Working your ass off. The one that instituted the 40-hour work week. That didn't come from black people.
I gotta Google that nigga.
What I'm trying to tell y'all is how much our lives are engulfed by
We was raised
the way
in American
white
culture.
people- Exactly. So when we talk about being free, let's talk about really being free. Let's talk about
We
how
don't know what
much-
it is to be free. That's what I'm mad about.
Free was a
That
concept.
y'all done gave me y'all shit like
But
I
I know
I
it
didn't
is
ask
to
to
be
be engulfed in American culture.
Exactly.
I didn't ask for that.
Exactly. So what I
Why
tell,
I'm paying for that. I didn't ask for that.
what I tell people, we're victims.
Yeah.
But I tell the white boy, he a victim too. He a victim of bullshit that his people put in his head and told him this is the way it go.
But that's
It's
the same
bullshit.
people you saying got the best system in the world.
They do. It's not a perfect system. That's the reality of life. Nah, that's a living reality. It's not a perfect system. It's not the ideal system. It's a horrible system.
That's love your rapist.
But it's the best system on the planet.
Love your rapist is the best system. That's why you believe in the Catholic Church then.
No, I believe. I believe in how other people believe in the Catholic Church.
I don't believe in none of that.
Nah,
I respect that we are being lied to be controlled.
I respect that the Catholic Church means something to other people that's Americans that it don't mean to me, and that in itself deserves to be respected. The same way me being an African American and worshiping Kwanzaa or whatever I do might not mean the same thing to the white boy, but
they don't respect you either.
They do respect it. You talking about the fringe. Like they got the fringe niggas that just want to beat up on every white boy they see. I don't believe in hate. I don't believe in negative energy. There's nothing but positive and positive energy. And anything we don't agree with, we can reason with. You a 7-day Adventist? What? You know how I feel about that.
I grew up in the culture.
You grew up in the culture, and now you know how I feel. Do I ever attack you about what you believe?
Bust that out.
Why would you?
Because it's what you believe, dude. I don't attack you about that. You have the right to believe what you want to believe.
So what you believe?
I was taught to believe.
I believe in a universal God. I believe.
What you was taught to believe?
I was taught to believe.
My grandmama raised me a Baptist.
Yeah, you know we Baptist.
I don't believe what I was taught to believe.
You know what Dick Gregory said? My grandmama taught me that Baptist bullshit and ain't none of it no good.
That Baptist horrible.
They selling you something, man.
But they selling you what they know. What Dick Gregory was saying, what he was saying is my grandmama taught me what she knew.
Right.
She didn't know it was wrong.
Right.
She was teaching you what she knew.
Yeah.
In hopes that you will
find what's right later. But this is what I know.
This is what I know. And all I can teach you
is what I know.
Is what I know. Me and my daddy told me that before he died. Me and him class, my daddy told me that before he died. My daddy said, son, I don't know everything. All I can teach you
is what I know.
Is what I know. What my daddy taught me.
But that what they hope that we stayed on to stay down.
Yeah, that's what Dick Gregory
was saying. I know it's way more truth.
But that's why Dick Gregory said a nigga will beat his child, but he won't lay a lick on that fucking Cadillac.
Get them to break down.
Fuck all of them. Leave him in the middle of the road. He ain't gonna let a lick on that Cadillac. But he gonna beat his child half the fucking day. It shows you something about the mentality.
Yeah.
Right. Where you would cherish that car more than you cherish your own
kid.
But you gotta break that cycle. You know
but the white man,
I'm not gonna beat my kid though. I'm not gonna beat my kid.
Well, because you woke. That's what I'm saying. The white man put that in black people where they pride each other on how hard they beat their fucking children. Like, I wore that ass out. That motherfucker ain't gonna do it no more. Why you want to beat your child like that?
Call me the belt bandit.
Yeah.
Go get that switch.
I ain't never hit my children. I'd rather talk to them. Like, why you did what you did?
I just saw some cruel shit. I just saw them put the rice on the ground.
Oh, I'm the cable guy.
The knees in the rice.
Oh, my wife used to do that. She ain't never
Your wife is tough.
You do that? No. Your wife is tough. She used to do that shit to my children. She ain't never hit them. But she used to put them dictionaries in their hand
and put them in the car
and put them on their knees and
like that. You didn't protect your children?
Oh, they ain't do it no more. I got straight A students. They ain't doing it no more. Shit,
it worked.
It worked. She ain't lay a hand on it. She ain't never hit him.
So you with it then?
Torture tactics.
So you with it? So you with it?
Long as she ain't hit him.
Nigga said I saw it work. It worked.
All the children need discipline.
They were cold.
Children need discipline.
So you need to go talk to the city.
They don't need to be beat. To think that that's discipline. There's a thing called positive reinforcement. The illusion that white people put on our plate is that corporal punishment is effective. Corporal punishment ain't effective.
No, I had it.
It doesn't work.
No.
Positive.
It doesn't rehabilitate. It doesn't rehabilitate.
It makes you rebel.
Yeah, rebel you up.
Fucked up.
Yeah.
That's why when you fuck with your kids, you shouldn't yell at them. You should get
corporal punishment does not rehabilitate.
You can't break. But know what Dick Gregory said? The reason why this started because a mama would beat her child before she let master beat him. When he fuck up,
because he gonna beat him worse.
Master gonna try to kill his ass. So she beat him good. Yeah, I beat him good. You ain't gotta touch my whip that ass. That's where it come from.
So we still got a slave mentality.
Exactly.
And
That's
so-
all I be
and
saying.
you ain't even mad about that?
Even though we
Yeah,
think
I'm
we
mad
free.
about that.
Well, that's what I'm trying to address, Skip. I'm trying to address ways that we still practice a slave mentality without even
But all
realizing
this
like
motherfucking culture and government still in case us to practice slavery.
I
They're
agree
not
with
helping
you.
us to break that.
Of course not. Would you?
So why are we even adapting to any of that?
Because that's why I'm addressing it. How much in our own culture we accept and embrace and think it's part of our culture when the origins of it comes from slavery and the white man.
Right.
Football, the aggressive nature of football, where you gotta dominate your
Slavery
enemy
was before
by
football.
physicality.
Slavery was way before football.
You missing my point. Why competitiveness gotta be rated by how stronger you are physically than the other person? How come our competitions ain't about who's the most
But
mentally
that slavery
agile?
argument go way
That
more
don't
in
make
depth than
money.
sports
They got
and
that
football.
But it can make money if we say it make money. You know why football won't make money? Because we watch it.
Right.
But if we changed our
that
focus
was they gave you
and
the
made our focus about who can count the fastest, who can,
They got
who
no-
can,
No,
missing the point.
no, we can't. Because the powers that be promote that.
Remember
they
when-
ain't gonna promote who can count the fast.
Remember when
They're gonna promote the sports.
remember when they wouldn't let black people play football? What we did then.
We had our own football.
But we didn't stop until we got into the
Negro
game.
League.
We had our own football.
But we had a point to prove then. What I'm saying is that point has been proven. And now that's our only focus. There was a time where our focus wasn't football. We was pushing out Martin Luther Kings, Medgar Evers.
Right.
We was putting out doctors and lawyers and philosophers
Right.
and PhDs.
and know why we ain't putting out that? Because the same system you support know how to track our leaders.
We not putting it
our
out now,
potential
Skip,
leaders.
because the
And
white
then-
man-
Yeah, and same system that you support know how to catch our leaders
And-
and
knock 'em
gulp
out.
them.
Instead
Yeah.
of ostracizing us, the white man included us. Why you think Jim Brown quit playing football in his prime? He quit. He realized what it was.
Right.
It was just another system of slavery. Run, nigga, run. The nigga quit in his prime after he broke every fucking
He
record.
came back and worked for them bitches too.
No, he never did.
Did he go work for Cleveland and stuff?
No, Jim Brown
Jim
ain't never
Brown,
worked
Jim
Jim
Brown.
Brown. For Cleveland, who? The Browns?
Yeah,
Browns,
yeah.
yeah.
Oh, he did. Right after he,
So
yeah, he
worked
was in
for-
Hollywood
he
for a
went
while.
back working for the
He
slave
had to
owners.
make his money, yeah. He wasn't naive.
What you mean? Why quit then?
So what's his name?
I'm not making excuses. What I'm trying to tell y'all,
Cool.
what I'm
Don't make
no,
no sense, Jim.
what I'm trying to tell y'all is certain
You gonna stand
people,
for something and then don't stand for
certain people was before their
I'm
time.
just saying, but he stood for
Certain people was before their
Right, but
time.
not that one. That was wrong example.
And certain people,
Yeah.
no, that's not a wrong example.
You went back
Certain
to
people
football.
was before their time, and certain people made just like Dave Chappelle quit doing Comedy Central, but he back on stage for white folk. It's reality of the world we live in. You cannot live isolated from white rule in America.
Like, it'd be a different kind of white folk too, though.
But you gotta wake
It'd
up
be a
and
different
realize
kind of
how
white
you
folk.
use it.
It'd be a different kind of white folk.
Yeah.
Niggas gonna be understand a different kind of white folk. They got the Jews, they got the
Italians,
Italians.
the Irish,
Yeah, it'd be different kind of white
the
folk.
Russians,
The Russians,
and the fucking
Germans.
Hispanics,
the Germans.
the Germans. Everybody, show me the black mob now. You know why we don't have a black mob? Because we buying Jordans and Reeboks. $100 worth of clothes on a 10-cent ass.
Right.
We got a black mob. We got buku of them in Chicago.
BMF.
They ain't unified. They
Shit.
anti each other.
Shit.
Like,
Zulu, you trying to say like
you know what
No,
black
they got
people...
some-
You sound like the Zulu Club?
No.
No, what I'm saying, what black people
They got
doing in this
some-
country is what Europeans did in Europe 2,000 years ago. The English, the French, the
What is
Spanish.
that?
They
had
all
gangs.
was all at war with each other.
And
Modified gangs.
They had gangs. And some of the gangs took over banks and everything, became real
Exactly.
profitable.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So what we
So
going
all
through is
gangs
the same
ain't
thing.
dumb.
What I'm saying is not that we are contrary to human behavior. What I'm trying to do is enlighten our people to put us ahead of the game. When I say it's like watching grass grow, I can see 20 years down the line what needs to happen. And then I gotta stand there and watch it happen over
But you gotta
time.
pay attention to what's happening while you watching what's supposed to happen.
I do. I do. That's why I drink
So
so
you
much.
just watch it
You
until you
fucking
influence
niggas
it, though.
is depressing. That's why I drink so much. I had to go to see my psychiatrist.
You got a psychiatrist?
Yeah, I got a psychiatrist.
You can't talk to me.
That's why I like Charlemagne the God. He right. Black people need more therapy. When you go talk to a therapist, and then you could put all this shit on.
I got my traumas.
We try to self-medicate, and we always think we got all the answers without realizing, first and foremost, you've been poisoned by what you're eating and what you're drinking. So the human body don't react all the time. No, this is medicine. This is go buy any cough syrup. This is number one medicine in each one of them business. Alcohol, the number one deterrent, the coronavirus, the flu, and everything else.
Well, why you caught it?
Don't believe that.
I ain't never had corona.
You're not gonna get it then. If that's the number one deterrent, you is not gonna get it.
You might well hit the weed.
I don't tempt
If
fate.
alcohol is number one
Do
deterrent,
not tempt fate. Do not. God is real.
Got the alcohol.
Vaccine.
What the man said on Poltergeist? God is in his holy temple.
man, all right, we're gonna keep it moving to our next segment, man. We're gonna talk about that crime in New Orleans right now, cause that crime they got that crime in the East, man. They had niggas stole a UPS truck in the East, nigga, too.
Right.
I'm a conservative when it comes to crime.
What you gonna do with a UPS truck?
I really have no mercy when it comes to crime. If you're a hustler and you pull off an act,
You got no
and
mercy
put
when it comes
money
to
in your
crime.
pocket, that's one thing. When you do something to hurt other people, nah, I don't have no mercy.
So
for
how
it.
you can? What category do stealing a UPS truck fall under?
If he ain't hurt nobody, he ain't pull out no pistol. He just jumped in that bitch and pulled off.
I don't know.
More power to him. But if he put a pistol on somebody and made him lay down on the ground,
You're
it's
wrong.
He wrong.
He
Hurt
didn't cause
somebody.
nobody at home.
Still though, when you do that to
He
somebody,
must have
you
mentioned
fuck over him. Yeah,
Really fuck over.
that's an
Mental
assault.
abuse. Yeah, that was an assault on his mind.
I don't agree with hurting other people.
How you change it in no, it's in the East.
What's the solution?
I think
The East is everywhere.
It's everywhere.
Boy, they
How
got them
you
dope.
change
They got them dope pullers.
the solution gonna come with a final solution. It's gonna take a hard pill. Either some people believe that the solution is more economic investment in New Orleans East. Some people believe that the solution is more police presence.
I think it's economic
I
development.
think it's economics. People need money, bro.
If you have something to do, you wouldn't be doing all that crime. You have more jobs.
I think there's economic development in the East. I think people just don't want to
No,
work for
I'm
what
gonna
they
give you an
pay.
example. Remember, look at economic development. They had Elmwood. Remember all the crime at Elmwood? They were going to Elmwood, breaking all the motherfucking warehouses.
Back in the day,
And when
yeah.
they bought the motherfucking stores in there,
Railroad.
and the economic development got there, the fucking crime
But you
motherfucking
know
way.
what changed, Kim? When they built all them stores out there, more police was out there.
So that's what they need to
balance,
do.
they
Build all them
balance.
stores
It's
with
all
more
balance.
police
Yeah,
and
it's
change the
balance.
fucking thing.
Yeah, more
balance.
police.
Well, that could work in the fucking East then.
But the problem is the police that's out there, they're not dedicated police. You remember when you was a kid, the police really had a hard on
I'm not shitting
for a
on the
nigga
police.
breaking the
Hard
fucking
on.
crime. You had a hard on for breaking the crime. I see you got your faggot ears on.
I
I ain't got that faggot ears up.
be
You got a
saying-
faggot radar
I be saying
on.
some
Like,
shit,
hey,
bro.
word, come on.
You know, I don't want the police to have a hard
Oh,
on me.
that new faggot shit.
I don't want the officers on having a hard on me. That's all I'm saying. You
This misdemeanor,
gotta
y'all.
use your choice of words differently.
He the fag police.
The way you
That's my homie
using
mean,
your
man,
words.
pause the crime, man. Shouts out.
Wait, look, the way you using the words, I don't like them, bro.
How you change?
Like you said, the hard pill. So what,
Yeah.
Viagra?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The police got a hard on you. What?
The hard on. That was
You all know what I'm talking about. Back then, the police used to actually get off on locking you up.
Get off.
And get
That's
off.
That's another one.
Yeah,
Get
they
off.
don't.
Hey, you
You
know.
look like he selected the word.
Yeah, I don't like it.
He look like I describe shit.
You know another way?
I think he's doing it on purpose. I think he's doing it on purpose
As
now.
intelligent as you are.
I think he's doing it on purpose now.
This
See,
called
As
entertainment.
intelligent as you are, you can't find a better choice of words.
Get off.
Yeah, get off. Jerk off.
Mean I be
Hard on.
Mean I be setting them up just for you.
I'm
I
just
ain't
saying.
setting them up for you.
How you stop this shit though?
Niggas that stop it, we gotta stop participating. We gotta stop hurting each other. Like, do you see white folks doing that kind of shit to each other? Do you see Chinese people doing that kind of shit to each other?
Yeah, they put them to handles in China.
Let me give you an example what D. Gregory said. I went to a church in China. Jesus was on the wall. He was a Chinaman. I went to a fucking Christian church in India. Jesus was on the wall. He was an Indian.
It was-
I went to a church in a black community in New Orleans, and Jesus on the wall was a white man. And you wonder what's wrong with your children?
Yeah.
You, nigga.
Yeah.
The problem is us.
But we let them sell us. They sell us what we want. We take what they
And
want.
it's like that with everything.
You're not thinking for yourself.
It's like that with Reeboks.
What color is
It's
your?
like that with
What
Jordan.
color is your Jesus on the wall?
I don't put Jesus on the wall. Jesus in my heart.
That was cute. That was cute.
Now I'm trying to figure out what Jesus did with my weed.
That was cute.
Yeah, man.
That ain't my weed.
Niggas, I'm trying to see what Jesus did with my weed.
That was cute.
He's smoking it.
He gone, man.
Jesus.
Smoking that weed, smoking that fire.
Jesus.
That boy
Oh,
weed
there you
from
go.
him.
Your burning bush gone.
Jesus
Your
on,
burning bush gone.
That roach is so small.
Jesus on the main line. Tell him what you want. Call him up.
Oh man.
Tell him what you want.
You saw that Wonder Woman movie?
Oh man, Wonder Woman man was so
That's your boy.
what?
It started off slow. But
Yeah.
I don't like how they were downplaying niggas in that bitch.
You read it.
They downplayed men and out.
No.
Oh yeah,
She got a man and she went to hurting. She can't have no man. She ain't got no powers now.
They did some man bashing in that.
Oh, it was
bitch.
some man bashing in that bitch.
We had
Yeah,
to let her go.
See, that was wrong.
she had to let it go to be Wonder Woman.
It's like
I can't have you and be Wonder Woman. That's fucked
I
up.
don't need no man.
Oh, that's all she wanted.
That's what's wrong.
I'm a woman. I don't need
They
no
made
man.
Wonder Woman the most loneliest hoe in the world, man. They out there mad for that, man.
That was.
Said the same.
Oh, I would never.
Wait.
Oh, that was fucked
She
up.
lost her man. Wait.
Oh,
She
nigga.
wished him back.
Nigga, the
She
nigga
wished
from the
him
one,
back.
number one that
He
died.
came back.
She wished him back. He came back.
Oh.
And to have him back, she had to lose her powers.
Then he had.
She said she had give the powers away. Fuck it.
So when she got some dick, she lost all her
Oh
Oh
yeah.
yeah! You ain't seen this one?
No, I ain't
Oh my God!
the dick every like this.
Oh, she lost her. She was weak. She getting shot.
Nigga
shit.
shot
Oh,
and everything.
yeah.
A regular lady had wished the powers on her and whipped her ass.
Yeah.
Oh,
I wish
man.
to be Wonder Woman. She got the Wonder
But
Woman.
the most offensive part to me is
She ain't no man either.
when the chick dropped all her paperwork on the ground, and then the two men walked past and
They looked
booted her
at her.
up, and they ain't help her.
Like they were gay.
I said, no,
Like they were gay. Like they walked up and hugged
I
hands.
said all kind of
I
junk.
said, oh, that's horrible.
That's horrible.
So
Like,
who
what
made
man to do
who
some
made
shit like
that
that?
kind of movie? It must have been a female.
I don't know
It had
who
to
made
be a
that.
black woman.
A black one?
Dumb, man. No damn black woman, man.
Black women. Bro, you worse than the.
You horrible.
Only black women carry that much animosity. Telling you.
What you mean?
Nigga.
I go back to the beginning.
That's how life went?
I go back to the beginning. The black woman got everything in common with the white man. The white woman got everything in common with the black man.
Explain.
When the white woman realized how much a nigga she is to the white man, then the world will change. He treat that white woman just like he treat a nigga. He treat the white woman, treat a black man how she would treat the white man if she gave a fuck about it. The white woman is really the linchpin in all of this.
She gotta get right.
So the
Straighten
person,
up. We need her to become a superwoman.
the person that wrote Wonder Woman from the
Wonder
perspective
Woman, right.
of a white woman
Yeah.
hating on mankind, I guarantee a black woman wrote it.
Oh. So she,
That's just like a Jew.
black woman.
That's just like a Jew wrote Superman. I guarantee a Jews wrote Superman because it's really Jewish folklore about fucking angels that come down to heaven. It's really
About
disguised. Kal-El is an angel, like Michael L. Gabriel.
Kal-El is an
Kal-El,
angel.
he's an angel, fall from
So
heaven.
she lost her powers because the nigga hit?
Yeah.
Wonder Woman.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It was an anti-male.
She got hit with that.
Oh, she wake up with him in the bed. She wake up
Yeah.
and hope he ain't look over. Hope he ain't gone. He up. She happy.
And then when he told her, you got to give me up, she said, oh no.
Oh, no.
I don't actually anything.
No, she didn't want to get this nigga
So
up.
they correlate in real life.
Boy, you got a wild devil.
Social engineering.
Oh,
So
man.
you can feel the movie, I guess, so the woman can like the movie.
Yeah.
They can sell it.
All the bad guys was men.
It was her gender.
When
Yeah.
the white girl stole out the store on the movie, they got away with it.
Yeah, Wonder Woman let her go.
They shoplifted out the store and ran off.
Wonder Woman ain't fucking.
They got away with
So
it.
they programming women, right?
Yeah, that be woman friendly.
Yeah.
And guess what commercial they keep showing on TV every day? RuPaul's TV show That shit, they advertising that shit more than Coca-Cola.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, because they promoting that shit. They trying to weaken mankind.
An agenda.
There's an agenda.
They trying to let you
It's
know.
called population control.
There's an agenda.
Called nigga control.
Population.
Control them niggas because they get a taste of freedom. First one want freedom, then the whole goddamn world want freedom.
I thought you saw
Nostalgia,
that one.
that's what we
over
want.
here.
Where the buck stops somewhere and you could used to be able to do something with it. That's what Gil Scott Heron wrote fucking 40 years ago. Turn them on.
I'm Jayarson, Papa Chulo, call me Pimp Daddy. Remember I used to pull up on him in a blue caddy. Man, I pull up, drop it off, she said that dick dick. I smack her ass and pull her hair, she said that big dick.
That